Let's see what we have on the YouTube. La 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 la. Let me go to the studio. Hmm. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second, y'all. All right. Looks good to me. Let's see who's around and stuff and things. Things. Okay, cool. Everything's working. I can't believe it. Everything's working. Let's hope no one comes in here because everything's working. YouTube. YouTube. Very interesting tea. Here we go. Just gonna sit here and I'm gonna check something out really quick because y'all are trying not to be shopping and you should be shopping because it's a day to be shopping. Not eating your hamburgers and your buns and your sticky buns. Oh, good Lord. Hello. Hello, Starlight. Caught me for monumental what? Happy birthday, Mirda and stuff. What does that mean? Happy birthday, Mirda. Happy birthday. Who's having a birthday? Oh, America. Is that really the birthday of America? Oh my God, you and your iPad. It's better than a maxi pad. How are ya? What are you doing? Mirda. You know what that means in French, right? You don't know? What are you doing? When are you coming home? Everybody misses you so much. Everybody misses you so much. Not about to go outside and stuff. Yeah, everybody's about ready to go outside and stuff, except for me. I'm not going outside until later and stuff and things because I don't want to. So, what did I miss today? I must have missed something. I saw some weird stuff. I'm getting notifications. I'm just thinking it's gonna be like a dead. It's gonna be a dead day. I'll be in civilization Saturday. Oh, Saturday, I'll be at work. You don't want to? You don't want to go outside? I do. I want to go outside and stuff. I want to watch people blow things up and stuff. The hell? That's what I'm gonna do. And I got lucky. My deck, DECK, did not get torn down. So I can actually have me a barbecue outside and stuff. I know I was on a phone call and it dropped off, and I'm like, let me test my new settings and see if it works. I do, I don't. I'm being Putt-putt's the best. Why don't you wanna play putt-putt? Putt-putt's something you can actually win. Well, I can, kind of. What happened? I'm waiting for everybody to ruin the 4th of July. Are they just gonna do it tonight after the fireworks? Or did they already do it and I missed it? Ah, what happened? What happened? So people had some questions, by the way. I got like 8 different DMs asking me things. And instead of addressing everybody individually, I figured I'll just go live and talk about it. And now everybody's gone. Kids don't play, they just whack the ball around. That's okay. That's what it's for. It's to putt. It's to putt and putter. Well, I'm glad you came in here because obviously nobody else is coming. Oh my God. Well, my test is working. I'm wondering what, if anybody ruined the 4th of July yet. There was a comment made saying that nothing was going to happen till the 4th of July. But I'm waiting for a particular comment to start roaming around just so I can have some laughs. Like what? I don't know, dude. You know how people are. You know how people be. I think people are doing things because everybody is primarily like on the East Coast. People started blowing stuff up last night. Obviously, they were doing it on YouTube, but people have been blowing stuff up like all morning here already. It's getting a little bit old. I'm already over it because I just want to go watch some professional fireworks and stuff. But yeah, not much going on. I'll probably have to just come back on later after everybody's drunk. And then I probably won't because I'll be over it. You know what I'm saying? I got a bunch of stuff done, like real life stuff done when I woke up after barely any sleep. Talked to a friend and stuff and things. Haven't heard from a couple other people and stuff and things. A little bit concerned, but that's okay. Um, yeah, now I'm talking to myself. It's pretty cool. Well, and you, if you're still here. I have to call you Starlight though. Okay, I'm like checking to see if my mic is constantly on because I didn't really want that. This is sad. Everybody has a life. Okay. I thought none of these people had a life. Pretty interesting tea. I guess they had questions, but now they don't have questions. So I'll just come back later, like tomorrow, when they actually do have questions. Because I can't keep addressing it individually. It's getting to be a little bit more than, you know what I'm saying? It's getting to be a little bit more than I want to do over and over and over. But yeah, if everybody's out like partying it up, I'll just come back tomorrow. And then the next day, Starlight will be back to civilization. And then you'll regret coming back to civilization.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
shitstorm going on. What have 8 people in here not talking? Say something. Down the rabbit hole mixing, just subscribe. Steve-O's in the house. What up, Steve-O? Oops, my battery just died. How funny. Oh no, it didn't. My finger died. Yeah, if no one's around right now, I'll just come back tomorrow. No big deal. But I know Steve-O was here. He just got outed. He just got outed. It's really weird having a conversation with yourself on a freaking stream. What's up, Lil Kelly? I don't know how many guys are here. I think everybody's out doing things. Wait, let me look and see. Were you messaging me? You were. Okay. You're one of the people I want to talk to. But you're recovering right now from an illness. What's up, Muffin Mouse? How are you doing? Happy 4th of July or whatever. I'm like, or whatever. Happy blowing things up day. You just woke up. Oh, it's that time. That time of the day in Australia. Yeah, I came to pop on because everybody's like blowing stuff up, and I thought, well, maybe everybody's not blowing stuff up, and I could answer a couple questions that people sent me privately. But now they're not coming here, so I don't know if they didn't get notified or if they just thought I was going to respond to their private messages. If you're listening, I'm not responding to your private message. Come in here and we'll talk about it. I'm going to end up responding anyway because I'm like that. Are you feeling better, little Kelly? Ooh, you get up early. Steve-O gets up early in the morning. I don't get up early. Oh my God, everything's blowing up around me, guys. It's starting to sound like Graham's house over here. Speaking of Graham, just kidding. What's up, Jinx? How you doing? Could be earlier. Well, it's not a holiday for you there, obviously. But yeah. 7:19, that's pretty early. I don't get up that early. Sometimes I have to get up a little bit earlier because I have to start work at 7, but I hate it so much. Friday there. Oh, you're off on Fridays? You got to work on Friday. Sitting on the deck in the sun. Wow, 97 degrees. That is something. I'm freezing. I'm actually wearing sweaters. Oh my God. I need a Monday through Friday gig again. No shade to my work, but I need a Monday through Friday gig again. I can't. I just can't. I work every freaking weekend pretty much. It's crazy. But that's when people go out and do stuff. And I will tell you, having like one day off during the week is kind of cool because you can actually like run errands and get things done. And you don't have to deal with all the drama of like everybody and their dog like being off work. Yeah, I think people are outside. That's okay. Even um even though Kelly was outside. Look, Kelly, we were gonna talk about vaping at some point, but you can't inhale anything but oxygen right now. Whatever. 90, 97, bleh, 88. Let me see. I don't even know what the weather is here, but I'm frozen. So I live near Seattle and it rains. It's 70 degrees and I'm freezing. It's okay. We're going to start baking here in a minute. We're going to start baking pretty soon. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. And then we'll have the humidity and it'll rain. It'd be gross. Try to inhale oxygen, yeah. But seriously, if you want to buy a device, today is the day to do it. Even though you're probably not in the mindset to want to do it. Today is a good day to do it. Red Stripe beer. Who's drinking Red Stripe beer? That comes in that little dinky bottle. All right, so I'm looking for predictions of who's going to try to ruin the 4th of July holiday for everybody and how they're going to do it. I was looking for that, but I can't get it. And Steve-O reminded me that I've been very lazy when it comes to cataloging my flavor or inventorying my flavors. I'm just cataloging everything as I buy it. So I cataloged everything about last night. So that's what I did today. Made some arrangements for later. It's super exciting. You're drinking red stripe beer? I can't really drink beer. It makes me too full and stuff and things. I know. Look, I used to be really good. You're absolutely right. I used to be really, really good about it, Steve-O, but it just gets to the point where you're like, I don't know. I worked 12 hours today. I'm just not going to do it today. You know what I mean? It's a bad habit, though. Bad habit. It's a good habit to get into. If once you get out of it, you're screwed. So I can't imagine getting like a whole line of flavorings and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, ew, my things are never working on here. What in the heck? Why won't you work? Why won't you work? Very interesting, my little thingamajig here. But at least I have a chat here, so it's all fine. But the chat's supposed to come on the screen and it doesn't. Okay, so I guess my girls that had questions are not going to pop on in. They're going to message me when I go off live. Watch. They're going to message me when I go off live. And I'm not going to answer you until the next time I come live. So stop having such a life and just, come on live. Who's here?
Hello.
Who just infiltrated me?
How are you doing?
Oh, there's Steve-O. What's up? How are you doing?
Hey. Yeah, good, man. Just woke up.
Uh-oh. Just woke up,
Another
getting
day.
ready to go to work.
Yeah, about to start the day here.
Can you say what you do for work, or is it top secret, or don't want to get doxxed?
No, I'm the guy hidden in behind the scenes that you never see. I deal with phone systems.
Oh, okay, like VoIP.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that would be it.
I used to sell VoIP.
Classified. I'm classified as a voice engineer. That's what I do for a living.
Ah, I used to sell VoIP,
No,
like cloud,
I don't sell it. No, yeah, I don't sell it. I just I do all like
the technical
uh
stuff.
design. Yeah, I do all the technical stuff in behind the scenes. So I do the design, the deployment and configuration of
Cool.
said devices.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm the engineer in behind the scenes that does all the work. So
So, like
to get
behind
to
the
get things
scenes,
going.
let's say I sold a system behind the scenes, like setting things up, like physically there, or we're talking like servers, cloud, all that stuff.
Yeah, servers, cloud.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect, perfect. What's up, Activist Life? Right on. That's cool.
Yeah,
Good money.
it's interesting at times.
So you're rich.
I wish.
Well, I know
I wish
here,
that
I
was the
know here
case.
that pays quite well.
Yeah,
Everybody moved
yeah,
off of
pay
old school onto VoIP.
it pays all right. I mean, I'm definitely not rich for sure, but it pays all
Yeah, I know,
right.
right? Graham's rich.
Oh, there's Graham.
I
There he
know he's too
is.
rich to talk to me now. He's like some kind of a
What's
good.
going on, Graham? Did you been going all night long or going all?
What? Me or him?
No, you. Have you had this stream going
Oh
all this
my
time now, or?
God. No. People say that, but
You
no,
see,
it's
you
not.
actually got some sleep.
Yeah, no, people say that, but that's not really a thing. I don't know why people say that.
Hmm. Sleep, you mean?
No, they say that I'm like, somebody said I stream 5 times a day or something. That's not a
Hmm.
thing. I don't.
What would it matter anyway?
I don't know. It's just, well, because there are people there. I've watched people actually like stream them sleeping in their CPAP masks and stuff. And I'm like, really? Is that a thing? And they're getting super
Mm.
chatted the whole time.
Ah.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. It's really,
Boy,
really,
I'm
really
pretty
weird.
excited. I just woke up and read this article on ELR about OFRF Next Mesh. They're gonna because the one that I'm using is the Canthal version, but they've got a stainless steel 316L
Ooh, nice.
I'm like, yeah, where the heck has that
Wait
been all
a
my life?
minute. They have it like as in it's released or it's coming out?
Yeah, I think, well, yeah, I'm not 100% certain of it. I was just reading an article on there about hardware reviews. Apparently, I don't know when they sent it to this person. I don't even, 7 days ago. So,
Um,
7 days ago, somebody received it. And, oh man, if that's the case, I'm keen. Let's see what I got a hold of because I've got some stainless steel. Where are you? Yeah, so I've got stainless steel clap wire. So I'll be interested in that because the one that I've got's got a 26 gauge inner wrap and a 30 gauge outer wrap. So, yeah, I'm quite curious to see. That should be hitting the market. I should be able to buy it.
so what are you
If not,
building?
I'll
What
just.
are you using this in? What are you using this in an RDA?
RTA. So I've got a Wotofo Profile Unity, and
Oh, okay.
it uses the that Next Mesh from
Okay.
OFRF, and yeah, so that's pretty cool, man. Stainless steel, that'd be awesome.
That would
I'd
be
definitely give that.
rather than the Canthal, yeah, for sure. Uh,
Yeah,
it kind of drives me nuts when people like get, they get like the samples or whatever, and you're like, oh, I want to buy that, and then you can't buy it, and you don't know when you're gonna be able to buy it. Hey, Jennifer
yeah,
Lynn, how's it
yeah.
going? Uh, yeah, that's cool. Stainless, you're not using it for TC, right?
No, no.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I was just checking. I was trying to see what kind of guy you were. You're not a TC guy.
Yeah, yeah. They say that you can use it. So for temperature control range is they're saying 180 Celsius to 300 Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit to 570 Fahrenheit.
Hmm.
If you're doing it wattage, you're saying it's anywhere from 50 to 80 watts. Recommended range is 65 to 75. So 0.15. I'm like, yeah,
That's nice. So I'm like in the 50 to 65 range. That's my preference.
yeah.
What am I
That's where I
at?
fall in between. Anywhere
That sounds
between
good.
50 to 60. I'm using, yeah, 50 to 60 watts.
So who's been vaping at like high wattages and why? Like I don't get it.
Oh, I did. So before I stumbled onto these tanks, because I've been looking for something for a long time. I used to have, I still have actually, the old Smock TFV8s. And
Like RVA or whatever.
no, well, yeah, I mean, it can be an RBA. Yeah, it did have like an RBA section, which
I hate their
absolutely sucked.
RVAs. The screws were just such a joke.
I know. What I was doing though is I found replacement coils done by eLeaf. And it was eLeaf Milo 300 coils. It's got 6 coils in it, 0.17 ohms, and it's rated at 100 to 300 watts.
Uh,
Um, yep, the coils, and it's got 6 coils in it. Really big, beefy coils too. Um, and what I did was, the mod that I had it on went up to 225 watts, and I
mhm.
stuck it in my pocket and accidentally bumped it up to the full 225.
Yep.
And I grabbed it, pulled it out of my pocket, and vaped on it.
It's hot as
No
crap.
dry hit.
Oh, really?
No dry hit. Nope. Not
Huh.
a dry hit on it. But my goodness, was that the warmest vape I'd ever had in my life.
That sounds like you're putting it mildly. That's crazy. Yeah, I've never been a high wattage person. I always prefer a single coil. I'm just not, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty basic.
It,
What do you
it
need to
had great
start
flavor
with?
though. It was really good. The flavor was all right for an old tank like that. That Milo coil did really great. As
Mhm.
far as taste, it wasn't that bad at all because I remember hooking up with one person over here and they're like, "Oh my God, you're getting that kind of taste out of that?" I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah. And I'm like, oh wow. It's like they were shocked. And I was like, oh, I told you. I mean, it's what I had for the longest time.
Yeah.
Um, I, I used to have the Horizon Arctic, or something like that. I can't remember the name of it anymore now, but it was made by Horizon, and it was a sub-ohm type tank, and I had that, and then I had the Smock TFV8s, and that's all I used, until I stumbled across Mesh by accident, and I was like, just because I wanted the mod, I didn't care about the tank that came with it, right? It was just a kit.
Right. That's how
I
I
didn't
am.
want
Yeah.
I didn't want the full kit, but I ended up getting it anyway. So I said, all right, what the heck, man? I'll throw something at it and see what it does and see what
Mhm.
it's like and everything. And yeah, that mesh just blew my mind. And I was like, yeah, heck yeah.
You notice
So
with
then that,
mesh that you get dried out more, or
no.
okay, I do. I notice that I get like I need more water with mesh. It might be
Oh,
mental. It might be a mental thing.
okay. Oh yeah.
Uh,
No, I don't really notice myself consuming any more water. I'm only running, oh, where is it at? Yeah, so when I put it in, it ohms out at 0.11 ohms. I'm running it at 50 watts. Yeah, and I know I don't notice myself drinking more water because of it.
so I got people asking me like where to start. So kind of like my deal is there are a lot of people. What is going on here? There are a lot of people that are coming in that will come in and they'll be like, I have absolutely no idea like where to start. And so I'm kind of directing
Mouth,
people
mouth to
like,
lung, sure.
well, you know what? I did that. And a lot of people just didn't they tried it and they decided they didn't want mouth to lung. They wanted to go direct to sub-ohm. And so
Whoa.
yeah, I started recommending, I stopped kind of recommending, like people say, well, I want a tighter draw like a cigarette. If they want that, I have a couple devices that I've tried that I know are fine, and work just fine, like the UL Caliburn. And then lately I picked up, what's the other thing? That's actually my favorite. Lately I picked up this little iJoy Mercury. Both really like inexpensive devices. I could recommend them. But if they want usually what I've been finding is I'm recommending pick up the UL Caliburn and they're like, oh, I didn't really want that. It turns out I want like more vapor. And so now I'm just like, "Pff, screw it. I'm just gonna throw them like into like a small sub-ohm setup to try it." Because a lot of people
Yeah.
have been walking into, I'm sure you've heard it a billion times, they'll walk into a vape shop, they'll drop 300 bucks, they end up with a bunch of stuff and they're just like, it didn't work for me for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And they bought something that was, and I'm not putting down vape shops at all. I hope they continue to exist. But they'll get sold something off the shelf that's been collecting dust that the shop doesn't want to pay inventory tax on anymore.
Yeah.
And it's just not, I don't know. So am I recommending top of the line stuff to people? No, absolutely. But I'm trying to keep it very simple because there's too many choices for somebody who's brand new. And, we've all kind of been having all these choices for a long period of time. So we can kind of eyeball something and go, oh, that looks interesting. I think I want that. But the people that come into my
Yeah.
class, they're
Starting.
like, "What do I do? There's like 50 billion things out there." You know what I mean?
Yeah. When I started mouth to lung devices, because there were no sub ohms when I started, there was no
Yeah.
such thing. And I remember years later after I started, I had a friend come to me with a sub ohm tank and he said, man, you've got to try this. And I did. And I just choked like crazy. I was coughing. I was like, oh my God.
Well, because there's a bit of a
And
learning curve, obviously, right?
yeah, because you know what? During the entire time that I smoked for 20 plus years before I quit, I didn't realize that I could like, go try to do direct to lung. Like I didn't get the concept. It didn't make any sense to me, right?
Mhm.
And I think that really kind of throws people off when you're kind of like, well, do you want a direct lung hit or you want mouth to lung? Well, it, you know, I was watching people and I didn't know how they were taking draws off that stuff and blowing, clouds. And I'm like, how the heck are you doing that? Cause like, I just inhaled it like you do with a cigarette. And then, you inhale it into your mouth and then you inhale again to get it into your lungs. And like I didn't get it. I didn't realize that people were just going like that,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
going direct into your lung. Like I didn't get that. I didn't understand that that's exactly what they were doing.
Right.
They were doing that. They were doing that back in the day with mouth to lung devices
Yep.
and getting a bit of cloud.
Yep.
And I'm like, how the hell are you doing that? I just literally didn't get
Yeah. So
that.
2013, you had no mouth to lung devices. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
no, that was the original CE tanks. They were called CE like 3, 4, 5, whatever. They kept putting out other ones, and it actually had silica wicks in it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Mm.
No sub-ohm. I'm
And
confused
then there's another one that came
because
out
that's all I
shortly after
had
that.
in
It was called
2013 was mouth to lung. We had
yeah.
no sub-ohm.
So there was one device that I had. I still have it. It's called a VV Nova, and it was like a green plastic tank on it. And yeah, I still have that. I wouldn't be surprised if they still sell that stuff, and it has silica wicks in it. Um, Back in the day, Kanger was also making a lot of their tanks and stuff before Sub-Ohm came around. Kanger Tech was doing that as well.
I remember
Um,
Kanger, yeah.
yeah, Kanger was huge,
Yeah.
along with Innokin, and even Innokin was making their own mouth to lung ones too, and they had silica wicks in those as well.
Oh yeah, I still have a Nautilus Mini on an E-Leaf. Freaking one of those little E-Leaf guys. Yeah, I still have all that stuff. Thanks.
Then I remember a Aspire Atlantis, I believe it was called, and it was a bell dome shaped
They still sell
piece
those
of
things.
glass. Huh?
Those you can still buy those.
Really? They're still
Yeah.
selling
Oh
them.
yeah, they're still selling Nautilus Mini too. And then I don't know about Nautilus, but you can still buy the Atlantis and the Nautilus. And you can still buy the coils for
Wow.
both. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite a different beast because that was when you remember I was talking to you and Graham yesterday or last night or whenever it was anyway. Last night for me. Um, and yeah, that's what I was using when I was doing the Flavor Art Black Currant that I was talking about, and that was yeah, I thought that was pretty freaking awesome, man. I think I
Flavor
had that on
Black.
top of like an Ego Twist and
Ah.
everything, and I was vaping that. Yeah, I thought that was the bee's knees, man.
Yeah, those little tanks, like I remember right when like I'm trying to think what was it? The I taste IPVs started coming out.
Yeah,
That's when everybody started doing sub. Otherwise everybody was walking around with the pens with the little rope and
yeah,
back in the day the
and,
very
and then
first
I
thing we had was mouth to lung. That's all we had.
yeah. Yeah, I remember I think one of the first box mods I ever picked up was I think by Pioneer by you or for you.
Pioneer
It
4,
was
yeah.
the IPv4. It was one of the original IPv4s that came out onto the market a long time ago. I forget when that was, but that was like actually my first box mod I ever had.
Graham's sitting here typing in the chat what you're about ready to say.
IPv2, yeah. Yeah, and I didn't get it until the IPv4 came out, and that's the one that I got.
It's
Um,
sickening how much old gear I have laying around. I should just throw it away.
no, memorabilia,
It's
man.
all relics, man. Yeah, I know, right? You see
Oh,
people with that stuff
well,
on their
I've
shelves and you're like,
I've got my Anakin. I've got my Anakin I taste uh I-134 or I-34, whatever they called it. It looks like a Gatling gun. I still have that, and it's got two tubes for an 18350 and an 18650. Just a single battery.
mm-hmm.
And it goes up to a massive 12.5 watts.
That's funny. Yeah, I was playing around. Where is that damn thing? I don't know what I did with it. I was like collecting all the stuff. I was like, I'm gonna throw this away. I'm gonna throw this away. But you're right. I mean, I guess it is nostalgic and stuff, but it's just
Yeah,
fun
I
to
still
pick
have I
up.
still have my Ego pens
You
that I originally
do?
bought back in the day.
Oh, those made
Yeah,
me
and
so
they're
mad. I just
the
threw them at walls eventually.
No, they still work. I've got two of them, and it's a 650 mAh battery that's inside of it. And yeah, man, that's what I started out
Hey,
on. The
Tim.
little ego pen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It
So
worked.
yeah, those were much better than what I had, like the old Sigilites. That's Steve-O, Tam. Yes.
Hey Tim,
And it would be
what's going on,
Graham too
girl?
if I could get him to stop typing, but he won't come talk. Yeah, that's Steve-O. I don't know. My stuff's not
What's going
working like
on,
crazy or
Tim?
whatever on my picture. That is. Look at I got the Vapes people in here. So seriously, like for the people that have questions, like most of the people that again that come into my channel or whatever, they don't even have a device. Like they're smoking and they're in that phase where they're stressed out. They're like, my doctor told me I need to quit, or I don't know what to do. And then they just have absolutely no idea what to do. So for me, what I've kind of been doing is just, everything that I have, that I can honestly recommend to people, been trying to point them in like a very simple starter direction because people are terrified. Like they think if they
Yeah,
buy a vaporizer, that means they quit smoking. And for me now with some of them, it's one and done. Like there's no question. Uh,
yeah. I remember I was about a pack and a half to 2 packs a day smoker.
mhm.
And I remember when I was doing it, I got a hold of my first ego pen and everything, and it didn't work for me. I was vaping on some stuff and some commercial bought juice in it and everything like that from the vape store that I went to, and then I noticed some guys that were out front vaping, and that's what turned me on to it.
Yeah.
And I said, man, what is that? What are you guys doing? And, oh yeah, it's vaping. We quit smoking. I was like, oh my god, that's cool. So yeah, I tried it at first and it didn't work. And then I went back to 'em. I said, what are you guys doing? How come that's working for you? It's not working
Yeah.
for me. And then they said nicotine. I was like,
Oh.
no,
Were
no
you
shit. I
vaping
was like,
zero or something?
okay, we got nicotine in here. And I'm like, all right. So, well, basically, now at the time it wasn't, but if you think about it now, it would be absolutely crazy. Now, when I first quit smoking, I was doing it side by side, but in order to kick off the cigarettes, I had 24 milligrams
Sure. No.
in my e-liquid
Yeah, sure. Of course.
of nicotine to
Of
quit.
course.
Yeah,
That's what it was like back in 2009 or so. It was like that too. That's what everybody was doing. It was 24, because
yeah.
you were
Yeah, I
using
had
Sig
that, but I
Lights
think the
and
highest at the time was like 36 milligrams. I think 36 was the highest you could go. I
too
think.
much. Yeah.
I think it was. I can't remember, but I
I
think
can't
around
remember either,
36 might have
but
been.
I remember 24 being like thinking, "Oh, okay, is this going to be good enough or no?" Um,
Oh, what milligram do I vape now, Jinx? I'm actually on 2 milligrams, Nick, after all this time. So I've managed to get down to 2 milligrams, and I've stayed there now for a couple of years.
so it varies for me. Like most of the time it's 1.5. I do some mixes that are 3 or 4 for the days that people are setting me off and making me mad. I do have some 3 and 4 mixes, but I know people that have been vaping six for, I don't know, 6 years or so, and they just stayed there. And that's okay
Yeah.
too. That's what they want to do. That's fine. It's working for them. Um, but yeah,
Yeah, and that's what it boils down to, really.
yeah.
Whatever works for you, you just got to find that happy medium, and that works for you. You got to find that device that just does it for you. I mean, because
Exactly.
there's no one solution fits all kind of situation. Everybody's different. Everyone has their own preferences, and
Mhm.
I think it's very important, to experiment and don't get discouraged and don't get disappointed. Hop on shows that are out there. Have
Yeah.
have a look around. Talk to other people that are experienced with it and everything, and just don't give up. And that's basically the way I was. Is I had an attitude where I wasn't going to give up. It didn't work in the first couple times I tried it.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, damn it, I need to find out why. What's going on here? It's really all about just asking questions.
It is. Yeah, don't be
You
afraid to talk to people.
That's it. Yeah, don't be afraid to talk to people. Don't be afraid to ask people. I mean, obviously, yeah, there's some jerk offs out there and everything
Yeah.
that'll be pretty rude and everything of that nature. But don't let that discourage you. Go
Yeah.
find somebody else, to talk to.
Yeah, for every jerk, there's like 1,000 people that aren't gonna be a jerk, and they wanna help you because they're passionate about it. All these people are very passionate about it. They love it. They're mixing, they love it. And even like I know that there's hardware. The problem that I find right now is like so many of the hardware people are so advanced that
Hmm.
some people that are newer and they feel intimidated by it, they get a little bit, I don't know. I don't feel like there's a lot of catering to like new vapors
New
that
mixers,
might
or I
be.
say new, yeah, new folks that want to vape or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and even like new mixers, it's a little bit, and I'm not trying to, say anybody's not doing that job, but it can be intimidating because there's a whole
It's
nother
daunting.
language everybody's speaking. There's so many options.
It's
Um,
daunting.
yep.
I will tell you, I was when I first started doing it, I just did it on my own. Like I was telling you back in 2013.
Mhm.
Um, I was just buying up from the 5 flavor houses that were available at the time. And yeah, I just started. I found a wicked trick that worked for me back in the day, and it still kind of works today. Um, just to kind of gauge what it tastes like. What I did is I took a syringe and I put 5 mils of water into a cup. And then what I would do at that during that time was I would take the concentrate and put 1 drop of the concentrate. I would swirl it around in the water, and then
Mhm.
I'd put it in my mouth and I'd swish it around and spit it out and get a really good taste of what it was like. So basically, I knew that if 1 drop equals 5%, right? Mix. And if it was too strong with just 1 drop, I knew that it needed to be below 5% when I started. Okay. And that's what I did when I was starting out. Um, if I had to put 2 drops of the concentrate into 5 mils of water, then I would mix that concentrate at 10%.
Okay.
If you had
Okay.
to do 3 drops back in the day, that would be 15%. So that's basically the method that I used.
Okay.
I don't use that method anymore. It's not something that I do anymore because it's just not practical. If you go and do that with Alpine strawberry or rich
Oh,
cinnamon
this is
or
different. Yeah.
something like that, yeah, it's not going to work. So it doesn't. Back in the day, it applied. It
Mhm.
was definitely applicable. And then, like we were talking about, people like Wonder flavors. So, like Wonder flavors, you could definitely get away with it. Mullenberry, you could definitely get away with it. You could do that. Um, so there are certain flavorings that you could do that with and get away with it. But then when you go to the super concentrated concentrates of Flavora, let's say like the Alpine strawberry, rich cinnamon, you would not want to do that. So, uh,
Yeah, it's
but
too super concentrated.
yeah, but it was interesting because that was my gauge in was going to mix.
Mhm.
It told me what percentage roughly I was going to start off with, and how I was going to do my mixes in the very beginning. So it was super handy. It was super helpful at the time because none of the flavorings at that time do I remember anything that was really overly superly concentrated. Um, yeah, and like 1 drop per 5 mil of water, it worked. It gave me a really good indication of what it would taste like.
Uh So, British Chippy, when you say, "Yeah, they may have well have been speaking French," where
Ooh
did
la
this
la, wee
happen?
wee, whatever.
Hi, pugs. Happy 4th, pugs and thugs. Yeah, where did you encounter somebody, because it
Oh,
happens.
speaking, I get it.
Yeah, as soon as we start, I'm trying to think of how to say this. So if we start
Geeking
getting
out.
yeah, if we start geeking out, that's a good way to put it, on stuff like flavorings and things like that, it goes kind of in that direction, and people are just like, "What in the heck are these people talking about?" Went
It
away
was
from my first
daunting.
vape, brand new Evolution vaping. Oh, okay. So at a vape shop. I see. I see. That's interesting. Well, at a vape shop, they should be breaking it down for you, in my opinion. Unless they're
Yeah.
just got like lines of people out the door, they should be breaking it down to you pretty basically because not only are you dealing with buying hardware, but you're also dealing with having to pick a short fill in UK.
Yeah. And sometimes, I think the hardest thing, I think the greatest thing is that we've got a lot of reviewers out there that review a lot of devices. Like Phil Basardo is still doing it with Dimitri, the Vaping Greek.
Hmm.
And I think it is so cool what those guys did in the very beginning, back in 2013. I was watching um, Phil Basardo, okay, P. Basardo. I was watching him because he did primarily hardware reviews on a lot of thing that came out.
Yeah.
And I would say anybody out there that is confused, that wants to learn, that wants to know about the devices and things, especially with mouth to lung, because he does a lot of mouth to lung, he still does. Um, they review devices within that category. And like I said, there's lots of folks out there that do YouTube shows that you can check out and get reviews and gauge on whether you think that would be something that you would enjoy. And I think that's the key is not only in DIY, but is as far as your vape gear goes. You've
Hmm.
got to do your research. You've got to put
Well,
in
see,
the
that's
work.
the
If
problem.
you,
That's the problem.
yeah,
People
yeah,
don't have the time. They don't want to. They want it to be very
you've got to
plug and
make the
play, and
time.
that's why Juul is so good. It's so successful. They
Exactly.
don't want to. They'd rather just be told, "Hey, guess what? You get these 4 options. This works. Just buy it. Just do it." And so I'm trying to find like a middle ground where people they don't want to do because I love that. Like I'm subscribed to all the reviewers. I'm watching all the new stuff coming out, trying to figure out if this pod's gonna suck, if that and I don't like pod devices at all. But if I had to pick one, I have a couple that I would pick, that sort of thing. But that being said, people that don't want to invest the time in it, I'm just saying they want someone to come to them and say, "Hey, I tried this thing. It works well. I know you have no idea what you're like really getting into. Don't be scared. It's going to be okay. This is what's working for me." And they need it to come from someone that they trust
Yeah.
because there's too many options. You're absolutely right. I mean, Phil obviously is the OG mouth to lung. We had Grim
Yes.
back in the day. Those guys were really, really good at Grim was really, really good at just buying like everything and being like, this is just not, you know what I mean? Like really, really
Yeah.
good at doing reviews and stuff, but people they're not, I'm telling you, they're not going to do it.
Uh, I love what Phil's doing though. I mean, he's staying true to his roots and he's still going at it, and it's really awesome. And I really like the drive that they did with Flavor Art North America to be able to convert new smokers and everything like that. So they're
With the
they're really
packs. Yeah.
targeting they're really targeting the folks that are just coming into vaping. And I think that's so awesome, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, we need something like that out there to help out, folks that are just coming on board, and are starting to vape and everything like that. We need people like that in the community. They're out there doing shows, and that's the people that newbies need to go and watch.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, yeah. So
I'm just telling you that on my experience, in my opinion, a lot of the people that I run into, they just want to be told, "Hey, this works for me. I like it. I think it would probably work for you if this is what you're smoking, if this is what you're using." It's kind of like, you know, it's that or they're gonna go buy a Juul. I'm just saying the way it is
yeah,
because they're not gonna enjoy the content. It's just gonna be too much information for them. Some people will enjoy the content because they'll look at it as a hobby, and you see a lot of that. People become enthusiasts, right? And so before you
yeah,
know it, they're like, "Oh, look at what so and so is doing," and and they can appreciate it. And mixers in particular can appreciate it as a form of art. because you're developing something that is, it's a recipe. It's basically art. But I push back on that a lot because I just know that the people that are coming in here, I promise you, they're going to be completely overwhelmed by the choices that they have. Shout out to folk art. Where's folk art? Graham, shout
Yeah,
out
where
to
is
folk art. I don't
yeah.
know what that was in reference to, but I totally was like you. Okay. And when I started, I think the only people we really had were Grim and maybe Phil. Um,
Yeah.
it was so long ago, and I didn't even like really bother with them in the beginning. It was like me and my brother trying to figure out how can we break this sig-alike into something that we can refill. Oh, how can I build like a mech mod? How can I take a tube and create a mod out of it? Is it going to blow up or not? You know what I mean? But you got to
Yeah.
understand, like the majority of people that are coming in here from the community that I've been a part of are coming in here sending me articles that say, oh, yeah, did you know that vaping causes cancer? That's where I'm coming from, Steve-O.
Yeah.
That's where I'm starting from
Yeah.
ground zero.
Yep.
So it's a very fine line. What's up, Puff Puff Pass? But yeah,
Nice.
Rin, Fresh, Addie, we're there. 2007, they might have been mixing. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I legitimately was
Oh,
going to eSig Express, picking up my stuff. I was talking to dude, I can't even remember his name now. I got emails from the guy. Because at the time, ECX sold hardware. And that's
yeah.
that's what we were
So
buying.
that's what Graham is talking about. Rin, Fresh, Addy were there. Okay, and Folk Art made it into the next round for the Flavor Art North America
Okay. Well, if Graham would
challenge.
just get on Discord, then he could speak because I can't understand what he's saying, but you can.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, so there was a big push with Flavor Art North America, Phil Basardo, DIY or Die Wayne. So there's a lot of folks in behind this and everything, and they were creating a contest for folks to
Yeah.
create a tobacco,
Yeah.
a tobacco vape for beginners
Yep.
that they would actually enjoy, and that's basically what that's about. So that is freaking awesome that Folk Art actually got through to the next round.
Right.
Nice.
Wow. Let's see. Hang on one second. I need to take a look at this. Let's see. What was
So
I just looking
I think
at?
the idea.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I all right there?
No, you're good. You're good. Go.
Yeah. So I think the idea was to create one traditional tobacco recipe, and then I think the other one had to be like tobacco with a bakery or fruits or something like that.
Okay.
If I think I'm right. So they had two categories there to do that with. And I know Aaron, the guy I do the show with on, down the rabbit hole mixing. And we're going to do our show today. I think he submitted too, but I haven't heard anything back from him yet. Traditional and flavored. There you go. That's what Graham's saying.
Got through to the next round. That's cool, and it's all Flavor Art flavorings.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah. Flavor Art North America put the challenge out there in the DIY community. Said, hey guys, we're gonna do a traditional and a flavored one. So awesome.
I find it very interesting. People come to me and say, "Yeah, I don't really want this. Like, I really don't think I'm gonna like this because I want something that tastes like a cigarette." And then automatically they find out they don't want anything that tastes at all like a cigarette.
That
How
was
do you
me.
know? How did you know? How did you
I
know
did
what?
Blackfire. Yeah, I did Blackfire, and at the time, and then I got really burnt out on it. It didn't take maybe a week or two, and it was the farthest thing that I actually wanted from a cigarette. I found out when I started, and the two flavors that really did it for me was a grape flavored e-liquid and out of the U.S. and a cherry flavored one. They were
Ah,
commercial out of the U.S. And you get to pick your nicotine strength and everything. And yeah, I had it brought over here, and I loved it. And then you remember I was telling you about Vape Dudes yesterday out of
Yeah.
Texas, and they're still in business, and
They
they
are. I
still
looked it up.
yeah, and they still have the same thing going. So
Right on.
it was so awesome having that ability. Yeah, I know, Graham. I know
Graham's
what you think
crapping
about
on
cherry.
Cherry while he's drinking his cherry slushy. He went to go get it at 7-Eleven. We already know what's up.
There you go. No, it wasn't medicinal at all. That was the cool thing about the commercial juice that I got a hold of out of the U.S. was it was not a medicinal cherry. It was more of a black cherry kind of flavor, where it just there was no off notes. It was not medicinal in any way. It was great. It was
Yeah.
awesome. But I soon found out that I needed multiple flavors to rotate through because I would end up getting vapor's tongue after a while if I was vaping on
Ah.
just one liquid. Like I would become blind to it. Like I would literally I can't taste this. What happened?
Mhm. Yeah, I get a lot of people ask me about that too, and I'm like, I also notice that the people that usually are asking about it are they're constantly just on that same flavor, and they're just over and over and over, and it's always something extra sweet, like a peach
Yeah.
rings or some candy thing. And it's like, dude, you gotta just switch it up. You gotta switch it up. Just keep switching it up and you'll be all right. Or don't vape for a day or two, which isn't gonna happen to a new vapor, right? Because then they're gonna want to smoke. So, let's see. What are you saying? Cherry as your first. You have blackjack next. You want a coffee. Yeah, coffees are interesting. If you want coffee, I don't know. I don't know if uh when they did with the developed breakdown yesterday, the live show on developed, they talked about perhaps doing an iced coffee tobacco. So that might be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, you're just what? I'm just tired of we are doing a coffee. Nice typo. But yeah, it looks like they're gonna probably do. It seems like they're
Undeveloped.
probably gonna do undeveloped, yeah, an iced coffee. You can't stand the sweet one.
Yeah. Yeah, I did one, and I talked about it yesterday. Was the Perlium caramel coffee with sweet milk?
That is not
Um,
a bad flavor at all. I really didn't get any burnt notes out of it. I thought it
no,
was yeah.
it's
Um,
spot on. It's spot on, in my opinion. It's pretty spot on to a caramel frappuccino that Starbucks makes.
cool.
That's that's what it reminds me of. You go down to the 7-Eleven or Circle Jerk, and you go pick up a Starbucks caramel frappuccino. That's exactly what that flavor reminds me of.
Right on. Puff Puff Pastas. They are 1 month quit from smoking, now vaping thanks to me. They're not it's not thanks to me, it's thanks to you.
Sweet.
You did it. But I don't remember you asking me a lot of questions. So I think you just went and bought things and stuff. But congratulations. It's not thanks to me, it's thanks to you because you're the one that did it.
Yeah, you kept with it, man. You kept going for it, and you were determined, and you made it work for you, man. That's the best thing ever, right there.
Sugar smacks are coffee shaped and flavored cereal. What? I think Graham is walking through downtown Las Vegas getting heat stroke after that big earthquake they had today.
Ask him if he needs a little bit of a gram note there.
Do you need a little Graham note in your Slurpee? They had a
In
yeah,
your
they had
cereal.
a big old fat earthquake today and he kept shaking all day.
Mm-hmm.
They had a 6.6 earthquake in between what? Just outside of LA County into the Mojave Desert. Felt it all
Oh
the way in
hell.
Vegas. They've been rolling all day over there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it is not a good thing. By the way, the OBS Cube, I did recommend it to people. I lost it for a day because it's so small. I did find it. I can still recommend it. The coils are holding up really well without super sweet juice. I'm telling you, I know it's dead simple. It's basic. It's a single 18650 battery in there, but at 55 watts for driving, it's working out great. It's got a teeny tiny tank on it. If you vape a lot, you're going to have to refill it a lot. But for a starter, for under 50 bucks, just plug and play. I can't say enough good things about it. I don't even know anything about OBS. I don't. I don't know. I don't know who this company really is. OBS Technology. I just don't even know who I've never even heard of them before. Is this a thing?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
So yeah, they sell OBS over here. So they've got the OBS Cube. I've
Yep.
actually held it in my hand. It's a pretty slick, neat little
It's
device.
great.
And if they rounded off all the edges on it and
They
everything.
sure did. And
Um,
they have a mouth
yeah,
to lung.
yeah, it's freaking awesome,
I
man. What
love
they got
that
out there.
thing. It's great. I picked up a second one. I don't know because I lost the first one. I don't know what I'm going to do with the second one. I might just have to give it to someone, but we'll see what's up. Just
Yeah, it's
because I
awesome,
wanted to
man.
try it because so ever since my top side died, and I won't stop bitching about it, I haven't gone back to a squonk that Graham recommended. A squonk. I picked it up. I didn't love it. I'm not gonna mention it, but it's okay. It might be the build I also have. It might be the RTA that I'm using on the top. I'm not sure. But I'm just right now. I'm using a very basic setup. I'm using a Crown 4 with the mesh coils. I don't have to do anything. It's super plug and play. I can tell people that if I'm using an RDA, it's going to be like a single coil and probably on a squonk because I hate having to. I'm not a dripper.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, man. Yeah, when usually I've got two devices that I use, which is a Recurve RDA and a Reverb RDA when I do flavor testing. I only put one coil in the Reverb.
What about the
You know,
recurve? Because I have the recurve and I thought it was okay, but I never got great flavor off of it. I just didn't.
really off the
I'm
Recurve?
probably doing it wrong. Yeah. Let me grab it.
Wow.
Let me grab it. I also made
Let me see what. Let me see. Well, I've got
and I want to cry.
I've got an NI. I use NI80 Fuse Claptons in it, and it's sitting at 0.16 ohms, running at 40 watts on the top side dual. Yeah, it works great for me.
I really want my top side to work. I really, really do. Let's see. What's this RDA? Wait a minute. Did you say iconic?
No,
Okay, good,
I
good. I
said
just want to make sure you didn't say iconic because I just picked up an iconic and I was like, I don't know why I bought this.
no.
Um,
Okay, no. It's the Recurve. It's the Recurve
I
RDA.
love the recurve. I thought it was good. Sorry, I thought it was good vapor production. I never got the flavor right on it though. I wouldn't say
Yeah,
it
and
was
that's all.
terrible
That's
for me.
all
It was
down to
just
the coil
medium.
build.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
It's
it's
down to
just
the
good
coil
vapor.
build that you put
Yeah.
into it.
You have two
But
iconic. They're dope. Do you want a third? Because I can't make that work either. But Graham like wraps wire and stuff. I don't. I don't build coils. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just being honest with you guys. I'm not gonna build coils. I'm not. I used to and
yeah,
I had to. I'm not doing it anymore.
I
I'm
played around with it.
legitimately lazy.
I got some wire and grabbed a drill and started playing around with it. But it was,
Mhm.
I think for me, it was too over finicky and just something I didn't want to get involved in. I
It's
was kind of
time
like, yeah,
consuming,
no,
right? Like
not for me.
some people really love it though. And more power to it,
Yeah,
man. We need those people because I'm gonna admit I'm very lazy when it comes to that. I'm just not gonna wrap wire.
same here.
It's so
Yeah,
easy. Well, then send me some coils, Graham, because apparently you need burrito money. I will send you burrito money for coils. How about that?
there you go.
I was paying like
And,
20
and
bucks for
I
like
know,
high-end coils.
Yeah, I know Lumi does some kick-ass braids. I heard a lot of good things from a lot of different people about her braids and everything out there. So, she's definitely got things for sale there in the U.S. and everything as far as braids and stands. She's doing those resin stands, like skulls and everything, and
Oh.
she's doing some wicked stuff, man. She's doing some really cool stuff. Her and the Nurse Vapes, they're both, doing that and selling, braids, and yeah, they've got some really killer stuff going on there.
What am I looking at price-wise? That's what I need to know.
Yeah. So
Is
I
there a
don't
menu
know.
somewhere? Because I saw
Yeah.
Infinite.
So she's got a Discord channel called Funhouse.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's got resin art and prices and braids and prices there and stuff.
All right.
She's
I'll
got
check
like
it
a
out.
14 strand, 32 gauge vertebrae, $17, or a 14 strand 32 gauge Celtic for $15. So not bad, you know. She's got a French braided one for $13.
Yeah, I need to start learning how to wrap wire.
She's got
The
lots of
profit
different
margin
options
is
here.
insane.
That's for sure.
Let's take a look because I saw, let's see, a post in I saw
Yeah,
a
and
post.
they're saying they're saying they got 15% off all braids.
Yeah.
And the sale runs until midnight, July
Okay,
6th. So
I don't see a link though for that. I just see a little logo in here.
yeah, hang on. I'm
Where's
gonna
your
see if I
website?
can't copy that. There you go. So in the
There we go. I see.
in the chat there, I
I'll
put
see if
that
I
in
can
there.
find them.
Yeah, that's their Discord channel there. If you want to pop that out there, but yeah, I mean, anybody is looking for some braids and stuff like that, some interesting stuff. They've got some cool stuff.
So that's just taking me to an image, though. That's not taking me to a shop, like a
Oh, well,
store.
here in Discord, do you see in the general in the Discord that
Yep.
we're in?
Yep.
Yeah, I put it there.
It's
The
giving me a
image is there.
PNG. What's the site?
Yeah, I'm not sure what they have for, they just have everything advertised here on their Discord channel.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see the Discord channel in here either. I just see I see Discord app. This is a copy paste of the image.
Yeah.
So Nurse Vapes and Lumi, the Braden bitches.
The Braden bitches, yep.
Let's see. Let me see if I can find them. They should have a Shopify store, a Facebook page.
Yeah,
or something.
they're on. Well, they've got the Facebook. So Lumi streams on Facebook. So you want me to put that out? And then she's also on Instagram too. Let me just put that in there real quick here.
Slug with us.
Yeah. So if you guys are interested in resin art, she's got like LED inside of resin. She's got all kinds of cool stuff going on there. What she does. But yeah, that Facebook page will give you everything that you need to message her. She does a lot of live stream gaming on Twitch.
Okay.
Pretty cool. Yeah, seeing what she plays around with the things that she does.
So someone in the chat just asked a question. I think it's, let me double check. Who is it here? Sorry, I'm like looking at 4 different things at once. So Lil Kelly, can I put a link here for the one I have in love? Like the little starter. Are we talking about the little starter vape device that I was talking about, Lil Kelly? I think you're talking about the OBS Cube. I think. So I think that's what we're talking about. If not, then let me know. Because I just picked that up to see if I could, because a lot of times people will be like, oh, they don't want to buy like batteries and a charger and a this and a that, but they want sub stuff. And I'm like, everything just looks horrible to me. And then I just picked this up. I'm like, that looks fine. I didn't see any reviews on it. I'm like, it looks good enough. And then I tried it and I was like surprisingly pleased with it. It's obviously a single 18650. It's got a tiny tank on it, but it's fine. But it's so small you might lose it. And I think it has a mesh coil too. I think they've even got a mesh coil. Did I pick up some? Am I wrong?
On what?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they have a 0.2 ohm mesh coil for the Cube. Yeah, they got a 0.2 ohm M1 mesh coil. Of course, it's completely out of stock, and who knows for how long. But yeah, I think that's what you're asking me about, Lil Kelly. So hopefully that answered your question. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. I don't have 2 of it yet, but I ordered a second one because I was like, "Oh, if I order one, then I'll find my other one." So, but yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody here yet is building. Building was super intimidating for me at first, even though we started, like, back when we were trying to mod things and stuff. But the moment I started seeing people uh, wrapping wire real easily, and I got an ohm reader. I was cool. I was fine with building, but I was building very simple round wire. I have no comprehension for how people can take the time and do braids and all these really intricate coils. So I think that's awesome. I mean, if that's your thing, you know what I mean? I'm glad those people exist because I will not build anything. Like, I'll screw it in, but I'm not building it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I was trying to find a link to their. Do you have a link to their? Oh, you do right here. Okay, cool. Lumi streams. Okay, awesome. So if you guys are interested in their live stream, this is Nurse Vapes and Lumi, right? Together or just Lumi?
Um. Oh, yeah. It's just well, sometimes Nurse hangs out in the background, while she's playing games and stuff, and
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
yeah. Liana, she hops in there and hangs out in the Discord with
Oh,
them while
right on.
she's doing Twitch. Yeah, they're just having fun doing a little gaming. They hang out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, everything in this community, I know what you guys understand of our corner of the world that I'm trying to escape officially, but everything's very open and collaborative. If you're a new person and you have a question, just like don't feel intimidated to ask anyone anything because people are more than happy to answer. But like Stevo is saying, it does really pay off to like, go in, watch a lot of reviews from some of these people. Like, he's saying Phil Basardo.
Yeah,
The what's Dimitri's? What's Dimitri's?
he's the vaping Greek, is
Does
what
he
what
is
they
he
call
doing
what he calls
videos?
himself. He used to have his own. He had his separate channel
Okay.
with Phil Bassard, and Phil Bassardo had his own tasteyourjuice.com.
Yeah, I remember that.
Um, Yeah, and then over the years, those guys have really become friends, and they've come together, and now they do live shows together now. Yeah, it's really cool.
They
It's
were pretty
really
involved in
interesting.
advocacy and stuff too. So I
Oh,
remember.
absolutely. Yes, yes. They do great pieces on advocacy, and they're they're really on the forefront of things that are happening and things that are going on there in the U.S. So yeah, it's pretty cool. They've actually got a line where people can call in and they can talk to them and everything. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Right on.
And so I think they've got some dedicated 1800 number, something people can call in on. And yeah.
Hmm. It is cool, and it is nice when you can actually call and like talk to somebody. Because a lot of people like they don't have like a personal touch, you know what I mean? And they need that.
Mhm.
Do you
Yeah.
feel like that's a good venue for people who are brand new starting out saying, "Hey, I don't even know where to start?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Okay.
Because they can go in there and they can hop and chat and ask questions and things. And
Okay.
get some good reviews on things that are coming out, what's going on. They always see reviewing things and talking over things, and it's extremely informational. And I think any new mixer, such as myself, when I first started watching Phil, was um, you start gaining knowledge about the industry, about the devices, and everything that's going. You say about and
Mhm.
really doing a great job at what they're trying to do.
Right on. Right on. Oh, it was very choppy. Yeah, it's kind of laggy. Let me see what my packet loss looks like. Hang on a second. There's something going on here. I may have to kill it if it's being that because I'm seeing like a lot of lag. Let me see what my packet loss looks like. Sorry, guys. Sometimes YouTube and like what I'm using, they just don't mesh. I'm gonna have to buy Zoom. Ugh.
No.
I'm gonna have to start using OBS. I don't want to. Okay, let's see what I can do here. YouTube. Let me see what my stream, if I'm getting a lot of packet loss. I shouldn't be, but you never know. Give me just a second.
See what's going on.
Oh, it's lagging. Yeah, I can tell that it's really lagging, but I don't know why. Let me see what my stream health looks
It,
like.
it could just be YouTube itself. I know last couple of days it's kind of lagged a bit. I've seen some issues with it.
Yeah, I'm in the green, but I see things rolling real slow. It didn't work. I think something strange is going on, but seriously, I can't hear anything now. Technical difficulties. Town babes very choppy. Tiffany Marie. What's up, Tiffany Marie? Yeah, I have no packet loss whatsoever. Everything's looking pretty good. I wonder if it's now no
Could just
sound.
be, yeah, could just be with YouTube.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, could have nothing to do with us.
It's usually something to do with me, but let's see.
Come on.
Let me see what I find here. They say nothing now. My stream output looks good on this end. Let's see. What are we doing? Let me kick it back off because I can do that on this tool. Basically, it'll kill my stream and then it'll just restart it
Yep.
as the
Okay.
same stream, which is kind of crazy. YouTube is acting a little funky. This thing will act totally funky. Let's see if I can fix it. Yeah. But I blame myself because I find self-deprecating humor to be enjoyable. They're like, nothing now, nothing now. And Mercury's in retrograde, so they're like, oh, communications have ceased. Okay, I just restarted it.
Yeah. If you guys can hear me, happy 4th to all you guys there.
Yeah, happy 4th of July to all the people. I think I got severe issues with this. Oh my goodness. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
It
You're
tells
seeing
me
a
my
bunch of
stream
issues.
health is fine, but I think YouTube is just lying to me.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
Let me give it a minute. I hate when YouTube tells me my stream health is great, but it's really not so much.
And then people are saying, no, it's not.
I know, and it happens a lot. So let's see. Stats for nerds. Network activity.
Oh, I've got something that usually happens. Whenever you do that, have people hit the refresh button in the browser to refresh the stream, guys. So if you're having issues with it, just refresh the your browser there with the show. Just hit the refresh button, get it to come back, and it may fix the problem there. Blame the earthquake. Oh, there you go, Tan.
I'm not very good at blaming things or people. I should get better at that. Yeah, everything's looking green for me, but I see that I see what it's doing on the screen. It's not looking nice.
No, I see it's frozen up on the screen. I'm just going to refresh my session here and see what happens. And then I'll be able to tell you what's going on here.
Sometimes YouTube has a way of telling you to go outside and do something.
Yeah, we're here. So little Kelly is asking us if we're here. We're here. Nothing. Yeah, I see that. It's lagging. So it's really lagging now.
I'll try one more thing. If this does not work, then let's see if it lies to me.
Not much you can do.
No, because on my end, it's looking really good. It's very bizarre. Yeah, I think it just killed me. Oh, well. All right, so let's see. Aw, it's okay.
Aw.
Okay, I'll just come back later. If anybody can hear this, which I don't think anybody can because I'm watching like everything lag across the screen. Thanks for coming,
Yeah.
Pivo. And thanks for the people
Yeah,
who
yeah,
came
man.
in the
Thanks for having
chat.
me.
And
Yeah, no, thanks for
so,
having me. I appreciate that.
yeah. So I will talk to you later. And thank you for wishing us a happy 4th, even though you are one of the fortunate few who escaped. I
Bailed.
know nothing's perfect anywhere, but you know how that
That's
goes.
true.
But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll put them out of their misery because it's just sitting there, so I don't think they're hearing anything. But
Love you, Tam. Graham seems to have disappeared as usual.
okay, so I'm gonna thank them, and then I'm gonna kill it, and then it'll probably like start working as soon as I kill it.
It might do. Or you might just kill it off and then just restart it.
A couple